right, it's fight night. Real Boxing Knowledge 2, RBK Nation, we in the building. We have the great D. Clagan and the illustrious Antonio Norman in the building. Check us out. We're going to break it down. We got everything rolling tonight. We got a champ. We got a WBO KO in number 2. Mr. Demetrius Andre putting them all on notice. We're going to chop it up for y'all. RBK style. All right. So we were just discussing Boo Boo's outstanding performance, second round KO of Mr. Quigley. And the expectations got a little surprise for us tonight. We normally don't see Boo Boo showing out like that. No,
we don't.
Early in the fight. What you think about it, Mr. Clagan?
You know what? That's that pressure's on him, man. They put that pressure on him, man. They really did. They put that pressure on him. He ain't really been fighting, some of the best out there. That pressure was on him tonight. They basically told him you need a KO now. You know what I mean? That's crazy. They basically told him, you need KOs. You need to knock these guys out. You know what I mean?
What you got on it, Mr. Norman?
My congratulations to him on the win, man. He went out there and knocked him out, man. But I'm not impressed by the people he's been facing.
Me neither.
Right.
You're not gonna get
is avoiding him though. It's not like
I keep hearing that all over the place, man.
I don't believe that either.
I don't believe it, man.
I don't believe that.
I don't.
You think Boo Boo running from people?
No, not running. I just think that that fights can be made. It's impossible for you.
They can be made.
You're gonna corner. I'm gonna corner you eventually. Like there's no such thing. He said Munguia is his mandatory for 10 years. Come on, man.
You know what? I bet you we can't get. Munguia is talking about he's gonna go ahead. Munguia has a fight coming up. They just drew it up. Who is that? He's about to face. I'm having a brain.
Durenko? Derenchenko, whatever his name is?
Yeah, Derenchenko.
Okay, yeah.
And then the winner of that is supposed to get Charlo for Munguia.
I mean, that's fair. Don't get me wrong. That's fair. But what if Derenchenko wins and didn't he fight Charlo already?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Derenchenko is beat up. He ain't gonna beat Munguia. They got Munguia on that clenbuterol. Y'all know he on clenbuterol.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's a WBC fight. He's on clenbuterol.
Oh
man, Canelo. That's why they're not gassing in fights. Let's not even go ahead and dance around the truth. We're gonna tell the truth. We know y'all don't like it. Too bad. It's too bad. Okay, these people be gassing. Canelo gasses on the regular in the 8th round. All of a sudden, I think since the WBC enhanced those clenbuterol levels, now old boy just knocking people out late in fights. He coasted the whole fight long and waiting for the big KO. Come on, man. We're not that stupid. We know that that's clenbuterol. And Haye, the other night, Haye fought all the fight like it was the first round.
He had some win.
Yeah, he had win. He was throwing combinations in the night. Combinations.
Yeah, he was.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody crazy, man. These guys as athletes are not really that talented. Okay, you can't be flat-footed, and absorbing whatever shots you get hit with. You know how that those PEDs do you, man. You can take more. You recover faster. You just cycle off before you can get caught. But they ain't even trying to worry about cycling off because the WBC got the clenbuterol levels up here. So they can't test positive and get stripped. Okay, so now they got energy for days. Everybody is I did a post that everybody's the Energizer Bunny. I did a post. I did a post a couple of days ago. I said, have we seen the end of fatigue in the sport of boxing? Ain't nobody gonna get tired no more. So I said, wait, they gonna start hollering about clenbuterol when Spence and the Charlos start using clenbuterol and they ain't getting tired and just knocking cats out like right now, all of a sudden, you know, everybody's gonna find the Holy Spirit and go, oh no, oh, this is cheating. Well, as long as it's y'all cheating, it's all good. But when the brothers start cheating and taking clenbuterol and all that, it's gonna be a problem. And they don't want nobody to say nothing. But man, you know what I think about you not wanting nobody to say nothing?
Yeah.
Really? You know, there you go, right over the desk.
Hey, I take my hat off to Rosado though, man. I enjoyed that fight, man.
I did too, man. Rosado,
no question.
Look, man, Rosado, that was just I knew what I was looking at. You know, anybody else did too. And everybody else did too. Play the game. But
I thought he fought a good fight though. I just thought he fought the wrong fight.
He fought the wrong fight.
You know, he couldn't avoid fighting the wrong fight. He got the Energizer Bunny in front of him. You ain't gonna fight the right fight against that situation.
You can't stand in front of Munguia. You can't stand in one spot.
No, you can't. But when Munguia never gets tired,
you can't.
Because there was a couple of times I thought Gabe missed that right hand. That right hand might have put Munguia to sleep if they had a hit him.
I saw that too.
Man, I mean, it was that close to landing. I'm like, boy.
Yeah.
He really was. I was rooting for him. I was hoping that he did it, man.
I was too, man. I was rooting for him too.
Because you know what the difference is with that, Carlito and Antonio, is Rosado will fight anybody you put in front of him. He's not one. You see, when you got losses like that, a guy like him don't care who you put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna.
You know what? He knows in his spirit that he didn't really lose the fight. There's more going on in this.
I mean, he can fight, man.
He ain't lost these fights, man.
Yeah, he can fight.
Rosado can fight.
I mean, it's a stacked deck, man. And then I don't know why they keep giving Canelo a pass. I mean, I was already, once he beat Plant, I was fully ready to endorse Canelo across the board. But now you're going to hurry up and vacate.
I would too. I'm not going to lie. I would too.
Hey, man, that is a genius move.
It's
genius. I'll give it to him.
Genius move.
But it's consistent with cowardice. Because you
I don't feel that way.
Top competition.
I don't feel that way.
Carlito, I don't think he's scared. I just think it's a smart move, man. Once I move myself out of y'all reach, y'all gotta fight each other, man.
Exactly.
Stop trying to come to me for one fight and get a loss, because I'm gonna give you a loss. One fight, I'm gonna give you a loss, and you're gonna get a payday. No, it don't work that way. That's
exactly it, man.
We don't.
That's
fight.
exactly
Why
it.
does it work that way? Okay, look, Canelo is in a no-lose situation. I hate to go back to the Plant fight, but y'all saw those scorecards. Y'all know Plant outboxed Canelo in that fight. Period.
Yeah, we know he won the early rounds.
All the scorecards had Canelo way ahead.
He did.
They gave Plant like 3 rounds.
He did.
I mean, but we know what we saw though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
we said it before
if Canelo cannot lose a fight, okay, he clearly can't, because they're gonna give it to him on the scorecard.
They would have, but he would have lost that fight among the people though. We would have definitely.
He ain't got no soul. He don't care. He been ducking Andre and Charlo for 8 years.
Andre.
He ain't got no. You saw Boo
I can't go that far.
Shame him into a fight.
I can't go that far.
That man.
I'm sorry.
You can't shame him into no fight.
I can't.
He just said Munguia is his mandatory for 10 years. Why would Canelo duck him? I think it's them, man. I really do. I think it's them. It's them. Those fights can be made. I think that too much of us as the people put that out there that everybody's ducking. Why duck him? He's nobody to duck.
Yeah,
I get
that. Makes no sense.
Here's the thing. All right, imagine. Let's just look at the Plant fight, for example. You see how quickly Canelo fell behind.
Yes.
With the mobility of Andre and the quickness and the swiftness, with the mobility of Charlo, the quickness, the jab, the mobility, okay? Because if clearly Canelo has one gear, let me get you on the ropes and let me land some astonishing shot on you, and either you took a step aside check like Kovalev and you just fall down, or you lay there like your boy Callum Smith did and get your bicep knocked off. But you ain't never seen, even with bigger men, you haven't seen Callum Smith lay on the ropes.
I don't think none of those guys can beat him.
I'm not saying they could necessarily beat him. I'm saying those fights were not I don't believe they were real.
I'm gonna tell you what's bad for boxing when you say, here he goes jumping the cruiserweight and fighting a weak fighter. How could the guy?
Everybody is talking about how
that is not true.
He's a champion. How is he weak?
Yes.
No? How did he get
That is
it?
not
Ain't
true.
nobody up there. That's why he's a champion. Who's up there?
But you're not looking at it right. That's
Who's
like saying,
left? Who's up there at cruiserweight?
Carlito, that's like saying when Roy Jones Jr. jumped from light heavyweight to heavyweight to fight John Ruiz, that was nothing.
He cleaned out his division before he jumped anywhere.
Right, but we're talking about this cruiserweight.
You don't run past that, Mr. Norman.
No,
These
I'm
boys
telling you
now
like
ain't cleaning out nothing. They just running around. Where's the weakest link? Let me get. Oh, there's a title. Oh, forget
right,
you guys.
You guys are saying.
I'm not gonna lie, Carlito. I would box the
cruiserweight
same way. I swear to everything. I swear to everything. I would box the same way. I would jump from division to. I would jump from different divisions and take champion. I would. I'm sorry.
Yes, who wouldn't do that?
It makes so much sense.
Okay, here's your problem. Here's your problem. Right? History is going to check you. When look how they did Bud, because I posted it. I put Bud's resume up there. Because Bud is running around talking about he the number 1 pound. Bruh, you ain't fought nobody. Porter is your first fight.
Only at 140 he was. yeah, at 140 he was.
Okay, we talking about welterweight. Let's just be clear.
Welterweight, he ain't fought nobody elite.
He ain't fought nobody at welterweight. So you running around on a weak resume talking about you the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
But I'm going to show you something though, Carlito, right fast. I'm going to show you something. Bud is in 147, right? He didn't fight Danny Garcia. He didn't fight Danny Garcia. He didn't fight Thurman. He didn't fight Manny. He didn't fight Ugis, right? He didn't fight Spence. Watch the difference with Canelo. Canelo is in his division.
Yes, clean it out.
In his division.
Yes.
And he's jumping to other divisions. If Bud was jumping to other divisions, I'd be quiet. He's not. He's in the same division where he's not fighting his own fighters.
Okay,
that's
the mistake. At any given time in the sport of boxing, with people retiring and vacating titles, some of those titles trickle down to weak competition. Benavidez got stripped for something they would not strip Valdez for, which is missing weight. Okay. As soon as that title became available, all of a sudden, here comes Canelo trying to act like some super bad dude. He gonna jump all over Callum Smith for a title. Rocky Fielding.
But Callum Smith, though, see? Not a nobody. Callum Smith. Callum Smith is like...
Callum Smith is gonna lay down. That's what he did. You ain't never seen Callum Smith. This is short. How tall is Canelo? 5'7".
Callum Smith got beat. That was plain and simple.
He let himself get beat. He got beat. He just laid on the ropes and just kept acting
DJ
like
Sanders got beat.
Even the Saunders fight.
DJ Sanders got beat. That was it.
Saunders got beat. And remember, we were saying then, now this is where Canelo's going to lose. Everybody was saying he's going to lose. He's not going to beat this guy. See?
Man.
Once you start beating these fighters, you become the bad guy.
Okay.
Floyd was beating a lot of fighters. He became the bad guy.
That's true. That is true.
Look, I think the man is on Clemuro. I do. Because he stopped dancing. When have you not seen Canelo gas? When you're a younger man, when you're a younger man, you got more energy in your youth than you're going to have in your life. You ain't getting older and gaining more energy. That's why they talk about, older fighters. If you take too many rough fights here or there, what have you, you start, you can't roll like you could when you was young and strong. So dude been gassing since he was young and strong. All of a sudden in the last, say, 2 years, Canelo don't gas no more.
He looked like that way in the plant fight. He looked like he was tired and frustrated.
You thought Canelo was gassing? He was
tired and frustrated. That's why I thought
he slowed down.
Yeah,
I thought he slowed down a little bit.
That's why I thought he was losing. I was like, yeah, he's definitely losing this fight.
Well, he couldn't keep up with Plant at all. Well, here's the thing, though. He comes and gets late night KOs. Does he have, besides the last, say, 2 years, does Canelo have any late round knockouts?
That's Kovalev. Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. I saw him, like I said, breaking Plant down from round 3.
Yeah. That's methodical, man. Here's the way he fights.
He had to chase him to get it, though. See, he had to chase him. I told you he was going to do that. You got to chase Plant.
Like I said, I gave Canelo his credit for the Plant fight. I still think he's on clenbuterol because he ain't gassing. That's what I think. And he did. He housed Plant, but that could have been assisted, is what I'm saying.
He did.
And look, he then skips and runs up to just the week. Okay, show me another weak guy with a belt. Name another weak dude with any belts from middleweight up. A weak guy.
Middleweight?
What you mean by weak?
Weak like that cruiserweight.
All right, look, if he fights
see, he ain't nobody else weak, and that's why he ain't going nowhere else.
Man, let me ask you something. Is McAboo a champion or not? Is he a cruiserweight champion?
He's a cruiserweight incidental boxer. He just happened to be in the
but
right
he's a champion, correct?
Who did he beat to get it?
So Canelo fights at 168. Canelo is not a cruiserweight.
Say it.
Okay.
Say it.
So did Roy. Roy went up there and got the quiet man up out of that.
He's taking more of a chance. He's taking more of a chance, brother. He's taking more of a chance.
Okay, wait. So you think the quiet man was a weaker fighter? Now this is gonna check your boxing knowledge right here.
Who was?
Because he wasn't no walk in the park.
Who?
The quiet man, Ruiz, the heavyweight.
Yeah, he was good. He was good with his
hand. Yeah, he wasn't like this dude Canelo's trying to fight.
Okay,
we don't even know who he beat for that.
Wait a minute. You just said that.
Huh?
Was John Ruiz the best heavyweight out there? Was he even close?
Nope.
He had a title, and he was not.
Macaboo got a title.
He had defended that title.
Macaboo got a title also.
Yep.
Makubu, whatever the hell his name.
Yeah, he still has a title though.
Wait, who did he beat to get his title?
Who did John Ruiz beat to get the title?
Oh man, we'll have to check. I can't tell you who he beat, but he did beat some folks. He really did. He
gotta be honest. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I ain't trying to put you on the spot. I gotta be honest.
No, it's okay. He hadn't. I mean, I'd hate to have to box wreck you.
Right.
I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna just let you know. Okay, I'm not gonna box wreck you. I don't know Andy. The quiet man's
Neither do I.
Resume. I do remember him beating significant folk though. He ain't this Makubu, whoever his name is, he ain't done nothing. He just happened to be there. He just haven't had a belt.
I just think people are mad because Canelo's in position.
Didn't fight the best.
And
he should have took himself, at least stay at 168 and let all the smaller guys come.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
There's no money in that.
Nah, why would he do that?
Yes, it is. Who wouldn't pay to see Canelo?
So you saying he should have stayed?
But he has to come up though.
And waited for Charlo now.
He's a mandatory.
Instead of making a legacy jump to cruiserweight.
Norman.
Right. I want the legacy.
Fifth division.
Norman, I couldn't hear you. What you say, bro?
I said so. He's supposed to stay at 168 and wait for these guys instead of making his fifth division, jumping up to make his fifth division.
He'd have to wait. They was screaming, "Hey, we got next. We got next."
Them guys are not trying to fight him.
Benavidez would have put pay-per-view butts in seats.
It's going to be money.
Would have put pay-per-view butts in seats.
Norman, watch. It's going to be about money. It's going to be about money every time. They're just talking right now. Yo, I want to fight him. Soon they go, okay, you got the fight. It's going to be about money.
So they ain't going to show up over some money.
So you mean to tell me you can't fight Charlo, you can't fight Triple G, you can't fight Murat, you can't fight none of these guys?
You saw Davis last fight. How do y'all even think he's gonna beat Canelo? That dude was pushing David like he was a rag doll, and David was actually stumbling. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? He was pushing him. And he was all over the place. Come on, you two.
You know what? My first impression on Mr. Davis or whatever is that's one of the brothers, sort of like that guy Charlo fought. A couple fights back. Adams.
See?
Oh yeah.
I thought Adams was on something, and I think that dude Davis last week was on something. Because they just don't look like they winded or nothing. I mean, you out here in a fight, man. You're a human being in a fight.
Kept coming.
What people, we've been watching boxing for years. You don't go back at fifth round. Y'all been out there going for it. And you sitting up there barely breathing hard.
Hey, let me ask you a question. So what do you think is the right strategy for beating Canelo? Because I got my own thing
Vader.
of how I see you can beat him.
What did you say?
Vader.
What's about
You can whoop Canelo.
crazy.
Vader, baby. Do him like Mayweather did. Okay?
That's only one
Correct.
Mayweather.
You
That
can't
ain't
have
gonna
no chemicals showing up. Ain't no acceptable levels of the PED. No PED. Straight up Vader. I mean random too. Man, you know what? There's a brother, I can't think of his name, but he did an interview with Victor Conte here recently. And Victor Conte broke it down, man. He said all of them are cycling on and off. And Vader will follow you down to Mexico and catch you. When you think you just down there, chilling and doing your little cycles and stuff, and they creep up on you in the middle of the night and go, hey, here we are. And now you got an issue because you ain't right. And so Vader, that'll beat Canelo because he'll gas and he'll get outboxed. He'll be behind in the fight. He won't catch up, and there it goes.
Fighters like Andrade, you saw tonight how he finished off quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't last 12 rounds with Canelo. I'm sorry, man.
Not on that stuff he won't. If he go with Vader, he won't get the fight.
He will not last 12 rounds with Canelo.
If he demands Vader, he won't get the fight.
Let me tell you something. If he really wants to fight somebody, it should be Boo Boo should fight Plant.
I would love to see that. Why not?
Boo Boo and Plant, that's a good fight because they will
bigger
probably
fight
both
than
show
Canelo.
up
It's a bigger
clean.
fight.
They'll show up clean with no.
But you know what's gonna happen though, right?
Nothing.
You know what's gonna happen. Andrade gonna say, man, Plant don't want to fight him.
See? Thank you. See?
Why
Same
would
thing he said about Sandr, right?
Why would he say? Because I believe Plant will fight anybody.
I do too. I believe Plant will fight you.
Because you know why? Because he has the loss now. See, it takes that. He has the loss and he got paid. That's the problem with these guys. They got to get a loss from Canelo and get some money in their pocket. Then they'll fight each other.
I think that's true.
Yeah. Beevil.
I think that's around true, man.
Why is Beevil still at 168?
Okay, if they get a loss on their record, that's
175.
justification not to get the fight with Canelo, though. They worried about getting that because then they can't make the case. They got the title and the belts and undefeated, and he won't fight.
Yeah, undefeated. You talking about
Andre, Charlo.
Andre? Yeah, but look, man, listen to he 37-0. Who can you name that was actually a good fighter that he fought?
Who? Boo Boo?
Yeah, Boo Boo.
31-0 now.
People want to show
31-0,
up
my
and
bad.
fight him, man. I'm telling you, that dude been being ducked for a long time.
I can't see that. I can't.
I don't
Yeah,
fall for
it's
that.
real. I've been covering boxing every day for
I got one for you.
ever.
He wasn't saying nobody was ducking him when Jacobs was out there fighting Triple G. He was quiet. See, that's the slickness. See, people forget. He never said anything when Jacob took the stand to get it, and he got beat by Canelo. Soon he got beat by Canelo.
They got
He
him
never
in a
heard
unique
nothing about
position.
wanting to fight Jacob.
How many step-aside checks you think Andre done took? Probably a few.
I doubt
Probably a few. Because, you can see if the brother wants to fight, what would you...
He wants to fight now. He wants to fight now after nobody cares. I needed him to fight when Triple G was fighting Jacobs. Why didn't you want to fight?
So you really think Boo Boo is bullcrap?
Definitely.
I think it's all talk,
Definitely.
like D said.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
a shame.
Remember, then he got the gun charge. He got the gun charge before that had messed up a fight. Boo Boo is conversation, man. But now he's not. Now he's serious. See? Now he's serious. But he ain't trying to fight nobody, man. He's trying to fight everybody now because he doesn't have a choice. And they're watching what Canelo's doing. They're seeing all that money going in that direction. Now those guys want to live their life like that. Same thing with Charlo. Charlo just wants to make his life even bigger than what it is. He could have been Triple G.
How come we don't see Boo Boo and Charlo?
Thank you.
Or Boo Boo and Triple G? How come we ain't seeing that?
I hate I don't want to play. I just think there's a component that people won't talk about. Race is the component. They don't like, brothers don't like seeing Canelo just ruling because they don't believe it's legit and they want to be the one to take him out. But then look at how it rolls. Look at how Plant said, I just conceded to everything. And they kept asking for ridiculous stuff, just crazy stuff. And he was like, yeah, okay, whatever, just get in the ring. He had to more or less prostitute himself into all of the demands Canelo and them made, because they was about to bounce and go do something else that didn't.
I don't know, man. I looked at them demands. They was not outrageous, bro. I looked at the demands.
At 168, right? 168. Why didn't Plant just fight David? Why didn't he get the WBC?
They don't want to fight Benavidez because Benavidez is going to win. You can be hopped up on clenbuterol, and Benavidez can fight like that. He can do that with that rangy thing he got going on.
Canelo going to cruiserweight is taking himself out of the equation, and I'm glad he's doing it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I want him to take himself out of the equation.
I agree.
What? Say that again now.
I want Canelo to take himself out of the equation.
Oh, you talking about Canelo?
Yeah. Once he's
gone. I ain't saying that ain't a genius move. It is. It is.
I gotta leave you this, Carlito. I gotta ask you. Now, with Canelo out the way, what fight do you want made?
I can name about 5 of them.
I want them all to run up the cruiserweight and go get him. That's what I want. Everybody go to cruiserweight. Let's go.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, how come they don't clean out their division and then go chase them?
They don't want to.
They want that money.
That makes sense.
Man.
They want that
clean
money.
that division out. If you clean the division out, he gonna look at you.
Come on, Beevil,
he might take a look at you.
That's what I'm saying too. Come on, Beevil can't fight on Bev.
I don't. No, man. This dude vacates titles like cornflakes, man. He just get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Where the Captain Crunch at? That's Canelo. He wants some Captain Crunch.
If I'm correct, Canelo just became undisputed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They're managing his career and giving him, undisputed is undisputed. He beat Plant. He beat him. He stopped him. I did not expect that. So my head went off to him.
Right.
But you know what? I'm watching these fighters. That's what we do. We're not casuals. We look at the nuances. We look and appreciate the sweet science. We know what a human being is actually capable of. And at certain points, we know, man, you shouldn't be able to take these shots right here. You getting hit clean and flush and not responding. They're letting all manner of stuff go on in the background and whatnot. Floyd was big enough to shut it down. Pacquiao turned down a $40 million fight, guaranteed. Look, your boy Canelo turned Boo Boo Andre down for undisputed at $40 million. They get quiet when you say that because now you hate. They got to bring that hate crap out. Oh, you're hating. No, it actually happened.
But Boo Boo and Saunders are the same fighters. They fight the same. Why would he?
Okay, so he got to be $40 million richer.
Let me ask you a question. So Manny Pacquiao turned down a $40 million offer.
Yeah.
Do you not think
Mayweather?
Hold on. Do you not think Manny Pacquiao would have got paid double that? He shouldn't have got paid double that. $40 million is nothing, man. And you leaving out the part where Mayweather left off. Pay-per-view sales and all of that, he was getting no part of that. So that is not a good deal.
Right. That's true.
Not when he walk out of there with $120 million. Come on, man. That's what.
You're right.
Nah.
You got to do the math. You're right. You're 100% right with that. You got to do the math.
But it worked, though. The excuse did work. It made Manny seem like Manny was ducking out of the fight, or whatever.
Yeah, the needles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he probably was there. I heard.
Come on, Carlito. We got Saturday, man, and we ain't got no time to waste. We got Saturday.
Yeah.
We got Saturday, and we got Bud Crawford, and we got Sean Porter, and
yeah.
Bud looking good. He look real good.
Man, both of them do. They really do. Yeah. I wonder what they gonna rehydrate to.
Yeah, me too.
Ain't no rehydration clause.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I wonder what they gonna rehydrate to.
Yeah, because water be like 160 something.
Did y'all see my post out there with Muhammad Ali? Did y'all see that?
No, what happened?
I got Muhammad Ali rhyming. He says, "Make no mistake, Porter in 8."
Oh, okay, yes. Yes, I did. Yes.
Porter in 8.
Yeah, man.
Porter in 8, huh?
Man.
It's possible, man.
Know, man.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Anything possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Look at Norman. Norman like, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
I've been going over stuff, man, trying to do my little homework on that matchup, man. And that's a hard matchup, man.
It is.
A lot of people think I be listening to other people, man. Everybody thinks Crawford is gonna
Obliterate Porter,
go
right?
through. I just cannot see that.
You know
I
what?
can't see it.
I think, the way Porter fights, I'm going to show you there's a nuance that, on most of the other channels and stuff, they're not really covering that. Remember in the Porter-Errol Spence fight, you know how Errol, when he's on that, I'm coming to get you, I'm in killer mode, beast mode.
Right.
The talent comes pouring out of him. So you can see the punch placement, the power and all that. Porter knows how to take all of that away from you and turn it back into a dogfight.
Right.
Okay? You got to be good at a dogfight. That's what's missing in Mr. Bud Crawford.
Right.
Because he hadn't been in one. He done outclassed most of these underlings in subpar competition so bad.
I agree.
It wasn't never going to come to no dogfight. It's going to be a dog fight. He's not going to get to finesse, like you were saying, Clayton, try to, fight and look good. Porter's not going to give you that much space. You standing there posing and trying to get your next, you trying to set traps. You trying to get Porter off your head. That's going to be for 12 rounds.
Paulino, you really are. Seriously, you really are. You're trying to get him off your head because that's how
yeah.
Play you.
Look, you're not getting no space to try to, for the cameras and or get your jab working. You're gonna throw your jab and get run into like a Mack truck. And if all he's doing is roughing you up, tying you up, he's getting you off your game plan.
Well, let me tell you something. Every time he does create distance, I guarantee you Porter have his back to I have Bud's back against those ropes.
Yeah, now I can see that.
Yeah. You're never gonna get no
can't
distance,
see that.
man.
Yeah, I don't think he gonna smother anything that Bud can do. Bud gonna be whining, talking to the referee, and running like hell. That's what I think.
and he switched from right to left. Norman, Bud does, but so does Porter.
Yeah,
I heard that too.
Does the same thing. So it's
Porter
going to be.
I know hitting much harder too.
I know Porter will throw your rhythm off, man. You can't. It's hard to keep your same rhythm.
And that's what your boy put Bud,
man.
like you say, Norman. Bud is a rhythm fighter.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you,
he's gonna be in constant reset mode.
I tell you what's gonna be important. Those first couple of rounds, I want to see how Porter comes out. To Bud, because Bud is a slow starter.
Yeah, he's running too. He's slow, but he's gonna be fast on his feet, getting the heck out of the way. Watch.
Pressure on him.
This is Bud. Hoping that he can get enough distance going to start landing a jab or stuff.
They say Bud is a dog. They say Bud is a dog, can fight.
He don't have the metal to stay that dog. He can look like that dog.
That's just what I hear, man.
He can't stay there though. He couldn't have got housed by that little.
That's what it is. He doesn't like to be hit. That's why he says he's a dog. He don't like to be hit, Norman. When you hit him, he come for you.
He said he don't like to be hit.
You don't like to be hit. So that's why they say he's a dog, because when you hit him, that's when he reacts even faster. But he's not a dog like how Porter is.
Porter don't care nothing about his dog. That's a pit bull right there.
Yeah, he's off the leash all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
You got to defend yourself for 12 rounds. And if have you watched Porter since he's fallen behind in the fight and step it up? He got gears.
He do.
Yeah, he takes some risks. I tell you that much. He do take some risks.
I mean, if Porter senses that it's not going well, he makes adjustments, but his adjustments are he just stepped the level of aggression up.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He's a dangerous fighter.
I tell you, a fight he impressed me in. Even though I actually thought he could have lost on a decision, but it impressed me how he was hanging in there when he fought Ugas.
Right.
Ugas kept that jab on him. He kept that distance. But Porter never gave up in that fight, man.
Nah,
he never gave up in that fight,
his
man.
His father doesn't allow him to, and neither does he.
Yeah, his dad.
You think about how much bigger Ugas is than Bud.
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, Porter ain't back down from Ugas, none.
No, he didn't.
Nah, he hung in there.
Spence.
Okay.
Nah,
and
he hung
Porter
in there
said
with
he
Spence, too.
thinks Bud is the kind of guy he can knock out. So I got Muhammad Ali saying he gonna get him in 8.
He would have to get him late. He would have to get Bud late. He really would.
Wear him down. I believe that too.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hurt him. I think it ain't gonna be no. I think Bud gonna get hurt a lot.
Yeah, with an elbow.
I want to know if Bud is gonna hurt
elbow
Porter.
and a headbutt. He can. With an elbow and a headbutt.
I told you this boy gonna step up the aggression.
Yeah.
I want to see if
be no
Bud.
pretty. You ain't styling.
No, I mean,
This
you
ain't
don't
Nebraska.
see the punches with him,
This
man.
ain't
He fights
Nebraska.
with his head. He fights low. You don't see the punches with Porter. So that's how
that's
you
true.
Get
get.
head-butted, shoulder, elbow,
Don't care.
wrestled, and the hell knocked out of you.
Yeah.
You can't finesse your way into nothing.
I
But
want
that's
to
how
see
you
if
show the
Bud
judges nothing. You're gonna
is-
have to show Porter.
is Bud gonna be able to hurt Porter. That's what I want to see.
You know, I doubt it because Spence, see the dog. You see that? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. that fight IQ. A lot of cats got boxing. Bud has boxing IQ.
Yeah,
But
brilliant.
we
boxing.
don't know if Bud has fight IQ because he ain't been in one. That's a shame.
Well, it's happening Saturday. I tell you that much. It's coming Saturday.
Coming. I just hope to God this boy don't get like some crazy haymaker that you know what, Porter just didn't see it, wasn't looking for it, and the fight's over. Porter down on the dang canvas, holding his eye, whatever. Oh,
it's possible, Carlito. It's possible,
boxing.
man.
It is possible.
Yep.
I just want to see a fight, though. I want to see Bud in a straight up scrap. I want to see with my eyes.
He want
Why
to test
this
his
man
mental.
think
I feel
he
you on
Yeah.
that though.
Yeah, he does.
I'm there with you on that. I want to see what he made of. That's what I want to see.
Don't
That's a
tell me
welterweight.
you know what Sugar Ray got to post for Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray said these young fighters now. He said they talk and tell you. He is like, we fought the best. We showed you why we are who we say we are pound for pound. We ain't telling nobody. We showing. And you guys got to fight. So
no tweeting for them, man. That's why I respect it. No tweeting for them.
Yeah, there ain't no comparison to them though.
It's not.
You know, them guys fought each other 2-3 times.
2 or 3 times.
Talking
Say
about
that,
the
Norman.
best of
Say
the
that.
best of the division.
Yes, they ain't bull jive.
Nah, they not. And you got Danny Garcia going up to 154 next year. So
Yeah, that's sweet.
You'll
That's
never fight
sweet.
Bud. You'll never fight Bud.
I agree. Because
Jumped out of 140.
I don't
He
think
jumped out of
Bud's going to
140.
154.
Yeah.
I
Say it
think
again?
tonight is going to discourage him from even thinking about moving up. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford retires after this fight.
I mean, we might see the Crawford that we didn't think we was gonna see. You know, I'm gonna give him.
You know what?
I'm gonna look for it.
I thought I had said when he first got out, I thought he was the second coming of Sweet Pea Whitaker.
Me too.
Bud Crawford. I really did. I saw all that talent. I was like, ain't nobody gonna get near him. And then he just started bull jiving and not taking no significant fights. That competition, it was just like, oh, he was trying to get out of this fight with Porter, talking about Josh Taylor. Now I know Josh ain't no walk in the park or whatever, but he ain't the dog at 147 that Porter.
Not.
Okay,
Not.
he's that guy that Bud can handle. He can see y'all gonna sit up here and box, and Bud's gonna show you he's slicker than you, and then Bud wins the fight.
But
Okay.
it goes back to this.
I want to see a fight, man.
It goes back to this. I'm glad you said that. It goes back to this, Carlito. Bud could have jumped in there and fought him at 140. See how guys don't take that chance? Canelo would have did that. See? There goes that opportunity. That's that opportunity again. That opportunity is open for him to jump right in there, beat Josh, which he would have. He'd have been undisputed twice. See, these guys don't take those chances.
Yeah.
See, in my head, I'm thinking like Canelo. I'm taking that chance. I'm going with that legacy.
Move.
I know I got him. I know I can beat Josh Taylor. I would have took that fight.
That'd have been a smart move.
See? Then you wouldn't be talking about no Spence or nothing. You wouldn't even care. You know why? He's undisputed twice.
Yeah, he could hide behind that.
He could.
He could hide behind that. Yeah.
That'd have been a tall wall there.
I got spoiled early in my boxing career. I got to see Sweet Pea. I got to see Roy Jones. I know what a real fighter is.
Yes.
I know what the no BS deal is. Ain't nobody ducking. Ain't nobody getting, the easy work stuff. Like Canelo his fights are like tantamount to what we just saw tonight with Andre and Quick. I mean, somebody that you can just walk through, and now you can run around and show all your belts like you the best.
There you go. Thank you.
But he's doing it with champions, though. He's not doing it with plumbers.
No, Canelo ain't doing right. You're right.
He's doing it with champions. That would get. See, that's like saying Carlito in every division there's a weak champion. It probably is. It's Joseph.
Most definitely.
Canelo's looking. He like this.
I can't agree with that though.
Why? It probably is.
I can't agree. That's a risk. Jumping up to
risk.
cruiserweight, fighting that guy is a risk.
It's a risk. He could actually lose, Carlito.
Yes. If you think Makabu can't knock Canelo out, believe me, he can.
Yeah, if he sit there like this and say, "Okay, hit me,"
he can knock Canelo out.
Come on, cupcake right here.
He can knock Canelo out, bro. That's a risk.
Because after y'all telling me that, I want to see him with David, I looked at David last fight. David can't beat Canelo. See, we're going to be right back on here talking mad and go, David gave up. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. No, we can stop that right now. You know he can't beat him. You already seen his last fight.
I don't think he can beat him.
He can't beat him.
Not from what I've seen.
Not from what I've seen.
Not from what I've seen.
Hands low. He keeps his hands low at all times. He has no defense, and he's off balance if you just push him. That guy was smaller than him. He pushed David 2 times, and David was flopping. The referee had to go over there and talk to him. Easily. You're too tall of a fighter to be fighting Devis, who's a small fighter, and get pushed around the ring. Man, Canelo
talking about, how strong that guy is. But he got the hell beat out of him with his strong self.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. They had to throw the towel in because he
oh man,
woo, Lord, he got his tail handed
had
to
no
him. His head looked like a little drummer boy or something. Just, I mean, David was playing the congos on that.
He was, and he still stayed in there. Took that round for round, man. He catch David with a couple of shots too. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like David's not beating Canelo, man. David option should stay. He should stay at 168. If he move up to 175, those dudes will beat him up too. He's not going to be able to take that pressure.
You see, he did. Old boy skirted right past them 175s. See, what I don't like also is that Canelo is so well managed right now.
He is.
He's so risk averse. The biggest risk he's taken was Plant, and Plant almost pulled it off till he got caught. Till he got his dumb self.
I think his biggest risk also was Smith.
Yeah, I didn't think the Plant fight was the biggest risk for Canelo.
Talent wise, you know what? Plant is better than he's getting credit for.
I tell you what, when he fought Canelo, I thought he looked great.
Me too.
I did. In that fight, I thought he looked great.
Me too.
But I mean, before that, I probably would have told you that I thought Sanders was a better fighter than Plant. I don't know if it's just that. I don't know if it's just that one fight we saw him in, but
I did say that, and I said I was wrong. I said that, and I said I was wrong. I said, this is a way better fighter than Plant. And I said,
if you look at him,
right? I saw Plant fight him.
He gave Plant his credit. He didn't think.
If you're looking at that matchup, matchup between them, I would agree with D going off of that matchup. But was BJ Sanders, was that not his best night?
Right.
You got to think.
I think he had a horrible night.
I don't know.
That, or he, just took it.
But one thing we can agree
on the side to take
Canelo is not an easy fighter to beat.
He's not.
Even looking your best,
he's
not an easy fighter to beat, man.
He's not.
Wait, evidently, because you ain't gonna win on the score.
He's not.
And you ain't winning nothing. That's what it is.
You would feel the same way, Norman.
Canelo, you ain't winning a damn thing.
You would feel the same way, Norman, if other guys stepped up. You could say that about Plant. If Plant would have never fought Canelo, right? And he would have fought other guys the way he fought Canelo, we'd be saying that about Plant. But these guys don't take risks. They don't take the risk. He could have easily fought Saunders or Charlo and gave him that same fight that he gave Canelo.
I'd have loved to see
outclassed them, won, and been the man. But they don't take those fights. They go, nah, I want to go where the money is at. And the money is going to cost you a loss. And here we are.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we are. Canelo is undisputed, Carlito.
He is. Hey, I always say, don't hate the player, hate the game. So hats off to him.
4 times in a year. He's
That's the man.
Undisputed.
That's the man.
Can't say nothing. I mean, clenbuterol. I mean, you can't say nothing. I mean,
come on. Who is Charlo's last fight? Who is Charlo's
yeah, man. They just let him do whatever he want to do, man. If he don't like it, he calling the shots. They ain't gonna do nothing to interrupt that money.
He said that. He said, "I do what I want to do." He did.
Yeah, he got. He said, "Look, I fight who I want to fight." In other words, I don't respect the sport. I don't care what y'all like. I'm gonna do what's best for me.
I would.
And
legacy.
That's it.
Legacy.
Yeah, that's what he going towards, man.
Chavez fought 66 fighters. We can't name half those daggone names. Legacy.
That's true.
And that's my guy.
But he fought that's a whole lot of damn fights, man.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of fights he had.
Lady cab driver.
You know what, Carlito? You know what, Carlito? When we never said this, you know who else would have beat Canelo? I say Crawford. You know who would have beat Canelo?
Who?
James Toney.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there.
Yeah. At 168.
Tony got the brains and the skill though.
You know what? That's sad. We got to go all the way back.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We did go all the way back.
We passed up a few slaves and stuff trying to get back to jail.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Got to go way back.
You know what the difference is? You know what the difference is though?
What?
If Canelo had fought James Toney, Canelo wouldn't walk James Toney down. James Toney would put something on Canelo to make him think, to keep him honest in that ring, man.
Thank you.
That's the big difference, man.
Lights out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gonna hit you. He gonna hit you with something to wake you up.
Oh yeah, or put you to sleep. One out of two. So,
yes.
You know what blew my mind though? I remember that fight. I think it was 1992, if I'm not mistaken. But man, Roy broke his hand in that fight and still put a whooping on Tony. Now, see, I would have loved to see Roy. They need to give Roy some clenbuterol and let him come on back in the ring.
I didn't down James Toney for that fight though. He just lost to the better dude.
Yeah, he just lost. They wasn't.
James Toney is a bad man.
Yeah,
no question.
He was something else.
No question. No question. 168, no question.
Your boy Roy was just on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Roy was mad about the Olympics. He had something to prove, and he made everybody pay for it.
But look at how we look at Canelo. Who he's fighting and everything. Be honest. Roy had no one in his division when he was fighting those guys. Roy had the worst. Honest engine. He didn't have. He was beating guys that was way below his
talent level.
That's true.
That's not true about Canelo Alvarez. He ain't fighting people that his skill set is just so obvious. Like Boots. You can't deny the talent level when you see Boots in this fight.
I can't. But give me again.
Speaks for itself.
I give you this name all the time. Give me a Jose Cito, and then I'll be able to tell you where Boots is at. He's fighting guys.
That's a measuring tool.
Below his skill level. So
that's a measuring tool.
I think he knocks Jose Cito smooth out in 3.
He might just. I'm not gonna say he wouldn't. I'm just saying he needs that level of fighter.
Boots.
I tell you what, Josecito Lopez, he ain't no walk in the park though.
He ain't. But he ain't on Boots level. Boots is.
But that's where you would find out. You would find out what level is Boots at.
Yeah. These guys need a measuring stick, Carly. If you give me a measuring
stick. The only measuring stick, the only one is Errol Spence for Boots right now. Before Errol get that eye injured or anything else goes bananas, they need to give Errol a tune-up and then let him fight somebody like Boots. Like go ahead and give him Ortiz. He could probably come out of inactivity the way Errol is right now, still beat Ortiz. But then with that, he could go right into a Boots Ennis.
He would lose the Boots. He's going to lose the Boots on points.
Yeah,
that's
speed.
He's going to lose them on. They're going to, and even if he does look good, I'm going to tell y'all something. They're going to give it to Boots. They don't want Spence where he needs to be at, man.
Wow.
They don't. They're going to give it to Boots, even though he's going to be on the scorecard and he will outpoint Spence right now. But they'll give it to him. I ain't even got to worry about that. I already know Boots go win that fight easily.
Hey, styles make fights, Carlito.
You know what? I have to I think Boots gets stopped by Errol Spence.
No, I don't think so. And I'm all for Errol. I just don't think not that night.
I think he gets
too slow starter.
And Spence is a finisher and finishes him. And then Spence will be sitting there looking at you like with them pop eyes he got, looking at you like you crazy.
I gotta see Spence. I gotta see how Spence looks when he comes back.
Me too.
That's what I gotta see.
Me too.
Well, he rusty, man. I don't know that he shouldn't just retire and say the heck with it. I want to see Spence fight. I really want to see him fight.
I want to see him fight.
I don't want his health all jacked up.
Yeah. Fight Ugas and then retire.
That's something he could think about. But I think he's making a mistake not taking the tune-up fight though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't come right back into the mix without doing that.
Me too.
I don't even know if he's sparring.
Right. I agree.
I mean, and sometimes a tune-up fight don't even mean you're gonna do good, man.
You're right.
That's true too.
Ask your boy Keith Thurman. He took that tune-up fight with Josecito Lopez
and almost got housed.
Almost got knocked out.
That's what I'm worried about with Errol. That inactivity to mess Thurman up.
That's the worst thing you could have, man.
Yeah, I try to tell people that when he fought Manny, he was so inactive, but he still looked good because he still was beating Manny up. You know what I mean? Imagine if he didn't have that layoff.
Yeah, that would have been a totally different thing.
Finished Manny.
I believe he would have. I believe he would have.
Maybe.
See, we forget when Thurman was that guy. No, I mean, we forget when he was that guy.
Man, I remember. I remember he was the best welterweight out there.
Yeah.
Better not duck me, son.
Yeah. That's him. That's right.
You better not duck me, son.
Yes. Then he got married and then he started ducking.
She put it on him and he ain't been the same since, man.
He hasn't. Yeah.
He said he's coming back soon, man. I'm still waiting to see it.
Yeah.
So it's so long, man. Like, he just better be careful. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful who you attempt to fight. If he should come back, and come to 154 and fight a J-Rock, a Tony Harrison. Look good against those guys.
How much time y'all got tonight?
Well, what's up? What you got going?
I was gonna stop this one and shoot another one.
All right, stop it because I want to talk to you about
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
This is RBK Nation. We will see you guys fight night tomorrow night. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.